Hey there! If you're over 60 and climbing a flight of stairs makes you pause, wince, or simply hesitate, then this one's for you. I'm going to walk you through the only 5 exercises you really need to make stair climbing easier, smoother, safer, so you feel confident, strong, and in control rather than dreading the stairs. I promise this isn't about fancy equipment or unrealistic moves. It's about practical, effective, age-friendly exercises that work. Many people assume that climbing stairs becomes difficult simply because they are getting older, but in reality, age itself isn't the true cause. What really changes over time are the key physical components that make stair climbing easy: strength, balance, flexibility, and coordination. When we're younger, these things work together automatically without much thought. Every step, every push through the heel, every lift of the knee is supported by strong muscles and responsive joints. But as the years go by, especially after 60, we start to lose muscle mass more quickly, a natural process known as sarcopenia. This loss of muscle strength, particularly in the legs, hips, and glutes, can make each step feel heavier, almost like gravity has gotten stronger. It's not that our bodies forget how to climb, it's that the muscles doing the work have grown weaker and less coordinated, forcing the joints and tendons to carry more of the load. When you climb stairs, you're essentially performing a series of single leg squats over and over again. One leg pushes your body weight up while the other balances and prepares for the next step. That means both legs, especially the quadriceps and glutes, need to be strong and well coordinated. If those muscles are underdeveloped or fatigued, you start relying more on momentum or pulling yourself up with a handrail. Over time, this can lead to even greater muscle weakness, joint strain, and loss of confidence on stairs. So, the key to reversing that isn't endless cardio or heavy gym workouts, it's focused, functional strength training that mirrors real life movement patterns. The same patterns you use every time you climb stairs, get out of a chair, or step off a curb. Functional strength means training your body to perform everyday movements more efficiently. For example, exercises like step-ups directly mimic stair climbing and retrain your body to use the right muscles in the right way. Glute bridges strengthen the powerhouse of your lower body, which supports your knees and hips when you push upward. Calf raises restore the spring and control in your lower legs, helping you lift and lower yourself smoothly. These types of exercises don't just build muscle, they teach your body to move with balance, precision, and stability again. Balance also plays a crucial role. As we age, the tiny stabilizer muscles around the ankles, knees, and hips start to weaken, which affects coordination. Even if your major muscles are strong, without those stabilizers working efficiently, you may feel unsure or wobbly on stairs. That's why balance exercises are just as important as strength work. Holding a high knee position, for instance, helps train your brain and muscles to maintain control when one foot is off the ground. Exactly what happens during stair climbing. Another overlooked factor is flexibility. Tight hips, hamstrings, or calves can restrict your range of motion and make it harder to lift your legs comfortably. Gentle stretching. mobility drills and controlled movements can improve that flexibility, reducing strain on the joints and improving your overall ease of motion. The beauty of functional strength training is that it's never too late to start. Even after years of inactivity or joint discomfort, your muscles and nervous system are capable of adapting and regaining lost function. With consistent, mindful movement focused on the areas that matter, your legs, glutes, balance, and flexibility, you can restore not just strength, but also confidence and independence in your everyday life. The body works best when its movements are trained in ways that reflect real life. And that's why the 5 exercises for easier stair climbing are so effective. Each one has a specific purpose, targeting the muscles and motion patterns that make stair climbing smooth and effortless. The first exercise, the split stance step up, closely mimics the exact action of lifting your body up a step. It trains your glutes and quads to work together in a coordinated push, while also improving balance because one leg is always working harder than the other. Practicing this movement builds the habit of proper stepping mechanics, where your heel drives down, your hips extend, and your core stabilizes you from tipping forward. Over time, it teaches your body to climb stairs with more control, less wobbling, and greater power through the legs rather than strain through the knees or lower back. Then there's the glute bridge, an exercise that might look simple but packs a powerful punch. The glutes are among the largest and most essential muscles in the body, and they are often under-used, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting. When your glutes weaken, your body compensates by overloading your quads and knees. This imbalance leads to fatigue and pain during stair climbing. The glute bridge helps correct that. Lifting your hips off the ground trains those muscles to engage fully, supporting your pelvis and spine while giving you the propulsion needed to lift yourself up each step. It also improves hip extension, the movement that propels you forward when walking or climbing, which tends to become limited with age. Next are calf raises, an underrated but vital exercise. Every time you step upward, your calves provide the final push that lifts your heel off the ground and transitions your weight onto the next step. Strong calves are like springs that help absorb shock and stabilize your ankles. Without that strength, each step feels heavier and descending stairs becomes riskier because your muscles can't control the drop effectively. Regular calf raises build endurance and resilience in the lower legs, protecting you from ankle instability and improving your ability to control movement both upward and downward. Side lunges, on the other hand, bring in a different type of strength, lateral strength. While most people think of stairs as a straight up motion, your body constantly adjusts side to maintain balance, especially when you pivot at a landing or step around corners. Strengthening the inner and outer thighs with side lunges keeps your hips stable and prevents unnecessary twisting or swaying. This movement also opens up the hips, which can get tight over the years, helping your legs move more freely and efficiently in all directions. Finally, marching in place with a high knee and brief balance ties everything together. It challenges your coordination, core stability, and balance. The 3 pillars of confident movement. When you lift one knee high and hold, you mimic the moment your foot hovers midair before stepping to the next stair. This simple but functional move strengthens your hip flexors, improves your posture, and trains your brain to trust your balance again. Over time, that confidence translates directly into real world stair climbing, where hesitation turns into smooth, deliberate movement. Together, these 5 exercises form a complete system. They strengthen large muscle groups, re-engage stabilizers, and improve mobility, all while directly simulating what your body does on stairs. You don't need machines, weights, or complicated routines. Just these 5 moves, done consistently, retrain your body to climb with strength, grace, and ease. When it comes to rebuilding stair climbing ability, many people think the key is doing more repetitions or moving faster to get stronger, but the opposite is true. What really matters most is balance and control, moving slowly, with awareness of each muscle and joint, builds strength in a way that rushing never can. When you take your time and focus on the quality of each movement, your body learns how to stabilize itself, how to engage the right muscles at the right moment, and how to react with confidence when faced with uneven surfaces like stairs. This kind of control doesn't just make your movements smoother, it reduces your risk of injury and helps you feel more secure on your feet. Each of the 5 exercises becomes more effective when you slow down. In the step-up movement, for instance, if you rush, you're likely to use momentum to pull yourself upward rather than using your muscles. That might get you through the motion, but it doesn't build real strength or stability. When you press through your heel slowly, engage your glutes, and lift your body with steady control, you activate far more muscle fibers. The slower pace also trains your nervous system to coordinate those muscles more efficiently, which is essential for balance. Over time, this creates a more stable, confident step with every climb. The same principle applies to glute bridges. Lifting your hips quickly and dropping them down without focus turns it into a loose, bouncing motion. But lifting deliberately, pausing at the top, and lowering with control forces your core and glutes to work together. This deliberate pacing teaches your body how to generate power and maintain stability through the hips, a skill that directly translates to climbing and descending stairs without wobbling or missteps. By controlling your movement, you train both strength and coordination, which work hand in hand to keep you steady. Balance plays a huge role in how comfortable and safe you feel when you move, especially as you age. The small stabilizer muscles in your ankles, knees, and hips are constantly working behind the scenes to keep you upright, and they respond best to slow, precise movements. Calf raises, for example, are much more beneficial when performed slowly. As you lift your heels up, pause briefly, and lower them with control, your body learns how to maintain balance even on a small base of support. This not only strengthens your calves, but also enhances your ability to react if you ever lose footing or encounter a slippery step. Side lunges and high knee marches also improve balance most effectively when performed slowly. Rushing through these exercises can cause your body to sway or your knees to collapse inward, which defeats the purpose. By slowing the motion, you teach your body to stay aligned, to keep your core active, and to control your weight shift from one side to the other. That's exactly what your body needs on stairs, the ability to shift weight safely from one leg to the other while keeping your posture upright and your muscles engaged. The beauty of controlled movement is that it strengthens your mind-body connection. You become more aware of how your body feels, where your weight is distributed, and how each step affects your balance. This awareness builds confidence. Instead of feeling anxious about losing balance or misstepping, you start to move with purpose and steadiness. Each controlled repetition teaches your muscles and your brain to work together harmoniously, building a rhythm that carries over into everyday activities. By practicing balance and control, you're not just improving muscle tone or endurance, you're teaching your body how to move safely and efficiently again. It's that controlled strength that helps you walk upstairs without gripping the railing, step down without hesitation, and trust that your body will support you no matter where you place your feet. Consistency is the bridge between effort and results. The body doesn't change from doing something once or twice. It transforms through repetition and routine. When you commit to performing these exercises 2 to 3 times a week, your muscles begin to adapt, your balance improves, and your stamina builds gradually but steadily. This consistency sends a signal to your body that strength and stability are being prioritized again. Each session might feel simple in the beginning, but over time, those small efforts accumulate, creating lasting improvements in mobility and confidence. The first few times you go through the exercises, you may notice fatigue or even some mild soreness, but that's your body awakening dormant muscles that haven't been challenged in a while. The more regularly you do the routine, the stronger and more coordinated those muscles become. Your body responds to consistency by reinforcing muscle memory. Each time you repeat the same movement pattern, stepping up, down, holding balance, you teach your nervous system how to perform that action more efficiently. This is why, after a few weeks, the exercises start to feel easier and more natural. It's not just that your muscles are stronger, it's that your brain and body are communicating better. The more familiar a movement becomes, the less energy your body wastes trying to stabilize or correct itself. That efficiency is what makes climbing stairs feel smoother and less tiring. It's the same reason athletes practice drills repeatedly, not for variety, but for mastery. Consistency also builds endurance. As you age, muscle strength naturally declines, but endurance often diminishes even faster. By practicing these exercises regularly, you improve how long your muscles can sustain effort before tiring. This endurance is essential when climbing multiple flights of stairs, where it's not just about power in a single step, but about maintaining that strength across many repetitions. Over time, you'll notice that you can complete your daily activities. Walking, carrying groceries, bending down, with less effort because your endurance supports every movement. Another benefit of a consistent routine is improved joint health. The joints rely on movement to stay lubricated and flexible. When you move regularly, circulation around the joints improves, delivering nutrients and oxygen that keep tissues healthy. Inconsistent exercise, on the other hand, can make joints stiff and less responsive, which is often mistaken for aging. Gentle, repetitive motion through exercises like step-ups, lunges, and bridges helps maintain that vital joint mobility, ensuring that every stair step feels fluid rather than stiff or jerky. Beyond physical improvement, consistency builds mental confidence. It's easy to lose faith in your body after struggling with something as simple as climbing stairs, but regular training restores that trust. When you see yourself progressing, feeling steadier, moving without hesitation, it reinforces the belief that your body is capable of improvement at any age. That confidence often spills over into other parts of life. You walk taller, you move more often, and you stop avoiding activities that once seemed difficult. It becomes a cycle of positivity where progress encourages more movement, and more movement creates more progress. The beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. Missing a day or needing to modify a move isn't failure, it's part of the process. What matters is returning to the routine and keeping the body engaged. Even short, focused sessions maintain momentum. It's the steady repetition that allows your body to adapt and grow stronger, not the intensity of any single workout. Over weeks and months, that steady commitment compounds, leading to noticeable, lasting changes in how easily and confidently you move through your day, especially on the stairs that once felt like a challenge. Mobility over 60 is not something that disappears with age. It's something that can be renewed through mindful, consistent movement. The human body is incredibly adaptive, no matter the number of candles on your birthday cake. Muscles, joints, and even balance systems respond to challenge and practice. The notion that getting older automatically means losing strength or independence is one of the biggest myths about aging. In reality, what often happens is that people simply move less and the body reacts by giving less in return. Muscles weaken when they're not used, flexibility declines when joints aren't moved through their full range, and balance diminishes when it's never tested. But the moment you start moving again, with intention, consistency, and awareness, your body begins to respond. The stairs that once felt intimidating become manageable, then routine, then easy. The exercises designed to make stair climbing easier aren't just physical movements. They're messages to your body saying, I still need this strength. I still need this control. Your body listens. Even after decades of reduced activity, the muscles can regain tone, the joints can regain fluidity, and the nervous system can relearn coordination. Studies show that even people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can increase muscle strength and balance with just a few weeks of regular training. It doesn't take hours of intense workouts. Just simple, functional movements that challenge your body in a way that reflects daily life. When you do that consistently, you begin to reverse some of the very effects that made movement difficult in the first place. Mobility is not just about walking or climbing stairs, it's about freedom. It's about being able to move without fear, to do the things you enjoy, and to live with confidence. When you strengthen your legs, glutes, and core, You're not just improving stair climbing, you're improving everything that involves standing, walking, bending, and reaching. You're training your body to support you in all the ways that matter. That's why exercises like step-ups, bridges, and balance holds are so powerful. They rebuild your connection to movement and restore your sense of control. Every time you practice them, you're telling your body that it's still capable, still strong, and still adaptable. Regaining mobility also affects your mind as much as your muscles. When movement feels hard, it's easy to fall into a pattern of avoidance, telling yourself, "I can't do that anymore." But as your strength returns, so does your confidence. You begin to see that your body isn't working against you. It just needs attention and care. That mental shift is transformative. The fear of falling or losing balance starts to fade, replaced by the reassuring knowledge that your body can handle the tasks of daily life. Confidence becomes motivation, and motivation becomes habit. It's a positive cycle that keeps you moving forward, literally and figuratively. Mobility at any age comes down to three things: movement, mindset, and maintenance. Movement keeps your muscles and joints alive, mindset keeps you committed, and maintenance ensures your progress lasts. There's no age limit to improvement. The same body that once struggled to lift a foot onto a step can, with practice, climb a full flight with ease. The sense of accomplishment that comes from regaining that independence is powerful. It reminds you that no matter your age, your body still has the capacity to adapt, rebuild, and thrive when you give it the chance.